was standing on the chair trying to find papers, and then she found an old photo. She grabbed it and opened it. It was a photo of her sister. Her heart broke after seeing it. In his secret of something was written on her photo. It looked like he wrote that his tower became two and she couldn't see him the same way like he used to. Van was sitting peacefully and was writing something. She was just 18 years ago. Her day was going well, but suddenly she heard her aunt voice. And she friend someday. Someone from the rooftop of the car. She immediately looked back and it was her sister. She froze and got her mind got black and she didn't have the step down to her mother ran to her sister and sister died at that moment. Now Van was sitting while her parents were crying like a mess. They all were heartbroken. She was staring at her poor sister for a bit blank as she had cried so much that her tears got dry. She was just staring at her. Her mind was full of hate. She didn't commit suicide. And I believe that her fiance, her hate was full of him and she knew him. Anna couldn't do that. Van believed that he was behind all that. He sat down and her parents were talking to her and Anna, but Van had a doubt to him. She turned her face. She could still see the fakeness on his face. His tears were fake, his grip was fake, and she could see that. They came out of there and were about to sit in the car, but Van didn't look at him. Hey, Van, she looked at him. He walked to her. If you and your parents need anything, then you can call me. He was about to give her his number. My parents and I don't need your help. Thanks for asking. Her tone was harsh and she sat in the car. He stared at her. And at that moment, he made up his mind. She didn't look at him after that. And the car vanished from his eyes, but his gaze was still in the car. She hated him, but she became his favorite because she was the only one who realized his true face. Have some facial blur, his twin brother said. You know I can't control this. Yeah, because you are. His brother gave him a nickname, and that was Psycho. Junko was always. He couldn't control his emotions. He was smiling at his mother's friend and said, but twins are different from each other. Well, he wasn't like that, but the hardships made him like. 1 month later, Van was still on her sister's room and was trying to find the reason behind that because everyone called her, but Van believed that it was not. She wanted to find out if it was, and her sister might be left something behind them for them. She checked every corner, everything which was related to her sister, and after searching for hours, she didn't find anything, and on every page, her sister wrote about him, the flowers he gave her everything. His photos and them together. He was with her for 2 years, and she was so crazy in love with him. She turned every page and read the truth. But Anna only wrote about her love for Janko. Anna didn't write one bad word for him. She came out when her parents were sitting in grief. Her parents went into depression after the tragic death of Anna. They always cried and that made Anna feel so weak she couldn't see them like that. Her parents always talked about Anna, but I wish she take her on where she was and it was hurting her. She didn't deserve that. And after that they all tried to move on even though it was not easy, but the grief was running them. So finally decided to make her parents happy. Now she walked out of the college and Janko was standing in front of her. She stopped and said at him, I'm here to pick you up. I can go myself, I don't need you. But your parents called my brother for that, so he sent me. She looked at him. I'm cook. He lied. She frowned for the first time and were kind of rude. You always behave with them. No, she didn't want to behave rudely with his brother. So do you know why I did this? I asked Janko to pick me up. I don't know, so let's go. She looked at the car and then looked at him. This is my brother's car. Why is your brother so rich and you are not? What did Janko do? He had multiple business, but he even helped me a lot. I worked as but my brother helped me a lot. He was protected to be good. But he's good brother for you. Yes, so much. He never leave me alone. He's so brave. We both have difficulties and anxiety. So your childhood was traumatic. Yes, so much. But my brother always took everything on him and always saved me. He might be bad for others, not for me. So everyone hates him like me. He looked at her and smiled. Why do you hate him? What's the reason? Because of my sister. He hurts her so much. She cried for him. You should not hate without knowing the reason. And it's normal for couples to fight, but no. You know, my brother cared for her so much. He loved her so much. She was the first girl in his life. He is still in grief. You don't know how much he cried for her. He looked heartless, but he isn't. So you are his brother. That's why you are saying this is smug. You will also start liking him after knowing about them. I would love to die instead of liking him. Why so much hate? Do you really like him? Have you lost him? And he's no fun. He was just very close to my sister, and now I don't care who is he or who he was. He stopped in front of her and she walked out. Thank you, Cookie nodded and she ran to the hair as he smoked and he knew that. But she thought of him. He just wanted to know about her feelings for him. He turned the car and just smoked. He liked her behavior and he liked her rudeness. And after the way that days passed like and why didn't see him after that? She didn't want to. She still missed her brother and she still doubted that someone. But the corpse Scarlet's Vine was always brave and Kurt's sister was like a soft cat. She was older than Vine. Now Vine was laying on the bed while reading the book. But suddenly he heard the car's on. She looked outside and it was him with his brother. Now why is he here? I don't care. I don't want. understand my moment and still meeting him. He looked creepy. She again lay down and didn't go out because she didn't want to see him. And when they drove up, she decided to ask her parents about them. She got up in a normal mood and walked out. Her parents were very happy and she looked at the multiple things he gave them. She waited, looked at them and then to her parents. What is this? She asked. Sangu gave this as a gift. He said that he didn't have parents, so he decided to give them to us because he considered us his parents. Why he considered you his parents? Now what does he want from us? Why do you hate him so much? He never said anything to you. He didn't even talk to you. He's a good boy, cares for everyone. You know how much he helped for. And he never showed it. Even after Anna, he doesn't change. He's still the same. Once I don't know, just ate at the thing. She didn't like that. She just hated everything related to him. 2 years later, one POV. One was away 2 years passed and still I don't find the reason behind it that I believe that it was not just that because why did she commit that? She was happy with us. She always used to share everything with me. Today is my birthday. I'm still missing my sister. She doesn't deserve her. She was so pure. Don't like to celebrate my birthday after her. I don't need anyone now. It was just a simple life. My sister was so fond of luxury lifestyle, and when she got with him because he promised that he would give her everything when he didn't, but what happened, her heart was so hurting. The next day, one was standing in the same street and was waiting for someone. A boy came and she smiled after seeing him. So let's go now. She nodded and they started walking, but Shaku saw her with the boy. He stopped the car and stared at her. He decided what he wanted to do next. Well, Evan was not her boyfriend. He was just her friend. But Ivan came back and her parents were staring at her. Suddenly, she stopped. What happened? Nothing. We fixed your marriage, Miss Cook. Wait, but why? I don't want to marry anyone. He's a good man. We fix it. He will good for you. No, no. She walked towards them while crying. Alone later, why do you want to marry her? I mean, you forget Anna. What's wrong in marrying her? Stop comparing anything to Anna. She is not here. So you moved on and you don't want to marry her sister. Yes, she is. I like her. Don't you find that this is wrong? No, well, just to make her agree for marriage, if his parents lie to her, they lie to her dad. They fix their marriage with you. But why she will not accept me? That's why. How do you make her parents agree on that? He smiled and looked at his brother. You know me, I can do everything, and now you are doing this. Just to be with her, she will be heartbroken after finding it out. But she will get better after sometimes his brother. Norton, his brother was so different from him. After 2 months later, man was walking towards him and he was smiling. She stood in front of him and they got married. Cook was watching them while smiling. He was happy for his brother. Everyone was so happy except Ryan because she didn't want to marry at a such age. He entered the room and her heartbeat was so fast. She closed the door and when you don't have to feel scared of me and if you want anything then call me. Cook, where are you going? I'm afraid to live alone. He looked and Cook, I'm drunk or face husband, not Cook. But my parents were saying that they fixed my marriage with Cook. Well, I don't know why they lied to you because they always wanted me to marry you. Ask him why they lied to you and you. He walked towards her and she stopped like he was about to grab her hand. Why are you behaving like I'm a stranger? Come to me, you don't have to be afraid of me. No, go away from me. Her tears started falling. He walked towards her and she leaned in the bar. Stay away from me, I don't like and why do you accept to marry me? Don't you love my sister? Hand on her shoulder because she was screaming, don't afraid of me, I won't hurt you. I won't even try to come closer to you without your permission. I don't want you to behave like this in front of me. Curved her face and she was staring at him while getting manipulated. He wiped her tears. But I don't like you and you then why do you marry me? Now calm down and tell me what do you want. Nothing can go and change if you don't want to see me here. I won't enter in this room again. She didn't say anything and he walked out. She was staring at him. She was hurt by her parents' lie. She sat down and still was in shock. She didn't want to marry him. The next day she came out of the room and there was no one. She felt fear in living there. It was a big house. She walked downstairs and he was sitting on the couch. He looked at her and smiled. She wanted to go back. After seeing Anna was waiting for her coming, he patted her with the couch. She sat down on the couch. Where is Cook? She asked because. And why are you asking about him? She said at him. He laughed. I mean, are you feeling scared of me? I don't feel that. I won't hurt you. Why do you see me like that? No, I'm mad because they lied. He again smiled. But they shouldn't lie. They hurt me. He yawned. Now tell me what you want to eat. I don't need anything. He got up and stood in front of her. It was tall. Let's go with me. Where? She asked. It's a surprise. He grabbed her hand and they both had her. What if you? He burst into laughter. So you look like you are fine. You are so cute. No, I'm not. But you know what? You have to go with me and you can't deny it. He grabbed her and walked out. She was staring at him because her feelings started to change after meeting her talking with him. She didn't see him as a bad guy because he was changed. They were sitting in the luxury restaurant and she was staring at him and was ordering. What do you want to eat, Eva? And I do earn so much money. What do you work? I have a partnership with a cloth making company. Really, he nodded. Then she remembered her sister always wear branded clothes. She started selling that they served their food and it was her favorite food. She looked at him. How do you know they are my friend? Because it is also my favorite dish. He started eating and she just stared at the food. It has no poison, so she ate it. She didn't say anything and started eating. Well, it is not that bad. The next day, she was laying on the bed while thinking about him. And Bobby is completely changed from my imagination. I thought that he would be a bad guy or abusive, but he is changed. Why did he marry me? His brother by saying that he loved her. Anna so much. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door and she suddenly looked inside. I want some files. He nodded and he entered and started checking for files. He was standing in front of her and she was staring at him. And he was searching for files. She just stared at him. Suddenly, he was looking in a hurry and worried. After finding his files, he walked out. She was left alone. She again left and started using her cell phone. The next morning, Ryan walked downstairs and he was sitting while watching the news. He looked at her and gave her a smile, but before he said anything, she asked, where is my night? She asked, and he just stated, I was in company doing important work. I'm afraid to leave alone, she said. So, do you want a baby? We can have a shape surprise. And looked up, no, I'm okay with someone in the house. Just leave me. Just don't leave me for alone, okay? She sat down, and but he was telling her if you feel living alone, then let's go with me because I'm going on business trip for a week. For a week, he nodded. She took for a second and, okay, let's go. The next day, she sat in the plane for the first time. She was so afraid and realized that she wasn't afraid. She was also sensitive like her sister, but they went on a trip together. She was sleeping. He put her on the bed. He had a son and also lay down. He got up and lay down on the couch. Uncomfortable. The next day, she woke up and he wasn't in the room. She ate breakfast and the house were overloaded. After that, she roamed there and Janku saw her. She didn't need anyone to be with her because she was enjoying alone. She walked towards her. What are you doing here? I was getting bored, so I came out. I saw many things. He grabbed her and they walked towards the room. You will not go out without me. Why? Because people are not good here. They will snatch everything from you. Now sit down. She angrily sit down and lay down. He was so tired. He looked at her and she was sitting while having a blank face. She ignored him to the flower at her, but she didn't look at him. Look, I buy so many flowers for you, he said, and she looked at him. He put them on the bed. These are my favorite. How do you know? Because I also love these. Do you like it? She nodded finally like something. She ignored him and sniffed the scent of the flower. She was sitting peacefully on the beach and the past was coming into her eyes. She still wanted to know why Sister did that. Her eyes were closed and then someone pushed her into the water. She opened her eyes and he also jumped up. She didn't know how to. Why did you do that? He was laughing but tears formed in her eyes. His smile fell. It was a joke. I'm sorry. I thought we both swim together. Don't cry. He wiped her tears. He hugged her and they both came out. After coming out, she kicked him and ran. She got up and ran behind him. They came back and she started to see him as a good guy because she didn't find any bad evidence. His behavior was so perfect. He treated her like he did herself. But sometimes she thought that why would he marry her, and his brother told her. 3 months later, one was sitting while watching this. She got so comfortable in the she no longer afraid of it. She talked to her parents and they wanted her to live a happy life. He never tried to force her to touch it. She always thought that he treated her. But Anna was so sensitive and one was saw her crying. She got up and walked towards him. Man, leave me alone. I don't want to hurt you. Don't. And the weird thing that she started to like him. She didn't want to do that as they passed her trusting in him and crying. He was such a manipulative guy, but he always tried not to hurt by. He sat down on the couch and his mind was full of the death of Anna. He didn't want why he did not want to think about her, but he forgot her. He moved on, but everyone talked about her to him and came down. She was smiling and he looked at her. I have something for you, she said, and he frowned. She walked towards him and sat down in front of him. I will let you anger. She softly started massaging his head. And it really helped him. He closed his eyes and she was so close to him. He opened his eyes and she leaned back, but he pulled her towards him and he confessed his feelings. She stared at him, sunny. I only she blinked her eyes. But what about Anna? She got sad and when she smiled and hugged him, the love between them grew. He patted her back and told her why he was angry. He started to share everything with her. And she even told him her feelings for him. 1 year later her head was in his lap and he kissed her voice. She was in pain because she lost her baby. He was holding her hand and he was kissing her face. He was also wiping her tears. He was hurt to see her in pain. That happened to her suddenly. The doctor checked her and gave her the medicine. He laid down and he hugged her tightly. He paused, patting her back. Shanku, he looked at her. Do you really marry me just for feel her? I have to have you to offer while with me. No, never. Who told you? And why do you believe in this? And because of You should tell me. Your tears were falling. Gook told me this. He said that you never loved me. He said that you were acting. How dare he lied? I don't know why he said it, but this is not true. He kissed her face because she was so depressed. His brother told her about that, and after she started to feel useless, she didn't ask him. She started to get weak because of that. The next day, Gook was peacefully sitting with tea, and why did you tell her that? Jungkook suddenly got up and he punched Gook. So it is true I didn't lie. Didn't you say that she looked like her sister? So that doesn't mean I don't love her. So, but you all said that Joanne is innocent. She was crying. So I told her, you really love her? It's none of your business because she's not okay. From now you will not enter that house and I will not talk to you. Couldn't you just shut your mouth? She threw him on the floor and looked at him. I don't love. And I find her so annoying. She always cut and got on my nerves. And about why you will not talk to her again, understand? He came back and she was sitting silently. He walked towards and sat in front of her while smiling. Did you eat anything? He cupped her face. No, I don't want to. Tears formed into her eyes. My love, don't cry, he acted. He was really getting hurt by seeing her cry. He kissed her head. This is not true. I don't believe in Cook. Really? No, did he doesn't know what to say sometimes. He liked that. He liked Anna, that's why he said that. But now you are my everything. She nodded and he kissed her cheeks. She felt his relax after hearing that from me. He loved her so much and he treated her with so much love. He never treated Anna like that. And then he made her believe that he didn't say that. Manifest for their relationship was so good. They loved each other, but then one day she went in there and saw many things. She stood on the chair and then something was written on it. She grabbed it and started shivering. She couldn't believe that it was true or not. The photo fell down from her hands and she walked down. Her head started spinning because she looked at the table and there she saw a USB. She grabbed it. He entered the house in a good mood while smiling. He was holding flowers, but then he saw standing in front of the big LED and the video of him showing his sister was playing behind. He stopped and stared at her. Why did you do that? Why can't deny this? Tears were falling. He walked to us and stood in front of her before speaking. He looked at her and said, do you really think that I let you go so easily? He grabbed her and she leaving. I hate you, Vera. She kicked him and ran towards the door, but he ran behind her and grabbed her. She tried to free herself, but he overturned her. She cheated on me. She deserved to. Don't you think that? No, because she didn't cheat and get out of me. I hate you. No, you don't. He leaned towards her and she bit his leg and blood coming out. He slapped her and I make your life hell. Because I only love your sister. I had no one value in my heart because she was trying to free from him. She grabbed her skirt because so when he ran behind her, she was trying to go out of the house as soon as possible. He grabbed her. She looked at him and she fell down and she was in such a pain. You should hide that from me, but you found it. I still decided to ruin our beautiful love. It's true that I love you and I still love you. You still don't have to. You still don't have hate in your eyes for me. He also started to feel love because of the evening they both were dying. One was taking her last breath and she took her last breath. He covered her face and then he grabbed her hand. His hand was holding that. One opened her eyes while screaming. She looked at her. It was him. She pushed him away from you. She shouted and her brother and sister got up while getting fully embarrassed. Why have you lost him? And she looked at her sister and are you alive? She looked at him. Even he was tired, looking tired of her. Why are you talking about? He was right when he looked at her and then to her sister, but he was a and I gave him a fake smile because he was getting so embarrassed. I think she's Anastasia. Maybe he walked out and mine was staring at him. And I understand you were questioning, but you can't control your tongue. And he's your doctor, not your husband. And you were also calling him your husband. But he also me in the end. It was just a bad dream. Oh, come on, I don't know. She was still in shock. That was just a dream. She lay down while having a sign. She got discharged from the hospital and was going back. She saw him talking to someone. He looked at her and she was staring at him like crazy. Why are you staring at me? Can't I? He got silent and they just stared at each other. She was flirting with and took her with her, but Swan was still staring at him and smiling. Anyway, she went out. She was his favorite patient because she complimented her so many times. She got admitted in the hospital because she got into an accident where she made him so happy with her jokes and flirting. He found her a little crazy, which said everything which he thought.